Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha 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 ha.
Hello, greetings. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this evening. As a trader, you won't need to work a little harder, and hopefully you'll need a 10-ton truck to carry all your money. That is Tammy Nielsen, who is an Australian country singer. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to make you a prosperous currency trader. We do that by teaching you how to use our proprietary trading tools. We are so confident in how well our tools and training work. We offer to allow you to trade with company money and split what you make. We have a dozen different currency trading signals. The one I'm going to use tonight is my favorite, which is something called the 10-point trade. As we train you, we figure out what your preferences and risk tolerances are and create a trade plan for you that will allow you to excel at trading. So with that, let us get going. We first need to listen to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the things that makes our program great is that we do these live trades. When you become a regular member, we do a trade in the morning at 10 a.m. We do a live trade in the evening at 6 p.m. We do another live trade at 10 p.m. The 10 a.m. is a scalp, which is usually like a 3 to 5 pip trade, a little quickie. The 6 p.m. trade is a long-term trade where he's generally going for 20, 30, 40 pips. And the evening, the 10 p.m. trade, they're trading Australian market, and they are generally going for about 10 or more pips. And if that's not enough for you, we have additional paid session at 8 p.m. Eastern time. When you are a light member, you get access to a scaled down schedule tonight at 6:30. Tomorrow morning, we'll be doing it again at 6:30 in the morning. And then again Thursday morning at 6:30 in the morning. We do this for two reasons. One, it is a teaching moment so that you can listen to me do my analysis and kind of pick up things that I'm looking at and seeing. And then two, just so that you can see how accurate the tools are. There's no difference between me and you in terms of trading, other than I've learned how to read the indicators. I have been trading for a little over 3 years. So with that, let us go to the next thing. Move this thing down. I trade off of a checklist. It's kind of like a pilot's list that lets me stay focused. First thing is I always make sure I'm connected, and I refresh the green chart once a day so that it doesn't hang or stall. And then I also make sure my MetaTrader 4 is connected. At the end of every day, I try to take a look at, review the trades, specifically the ones that didn't go well, and figure out what was wrong in my analysis. And those continuous checks allow me to make incremental improvement that ups my game and keeps my accuracy rates high. Currently, I'm a little bit over 80% in terms of my accuracy. We are technical traders. We are trading strictly based on the price action. However, news does impact currency pairs, and we want to know what that news might be so that we can effectively trade around it. And we do that by taking a look at forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com is a news site. So let us take a look at it real quick. Basically, Forex Factory breaks news items down into 3 categories. Yellow is low impact, orange is medium impact, and red is high impact. And I am looking for any red items that might be coming up, and I want to make sure I am not trading when a red item is coming up. Ideally, I want to be out of a red item pair 2 hours before it comes, because I don't want to get kind of sucked into the vortex. A lot of times this information leaks a little bit beforehand. So you'll start to see an impact on the pair, even though the indicator is saying something different. So just to avoid that, I don't want to be in it. And we have got clear sailing all the way till Wednesday morning when Consumer Price Index news is coming out. So with that, let's get going and see what we can find. I am going to be trading off of a chart called the Light 6 Major, which is one of the standard indicators. I like to call it a composite chart because it is showing me 6 different currency pairs. And this first chart is all US-based pairs. On a 1 hour chart, which means a 1 hour candle, on a 1 hour candle, I am looking for between 5 and 35 pips. If you took my trade setup today, the signal has changed since I looked at it. I would pop out the loss right now. I would pop it out right now and take a buy for 10 pips. When I was looking at this before this was down, it flipped. And when I was looking at it before on the Echo, we don't even see it here, but the whole chart was red. This whole bar was red. So between those two things, I took a 10 pip sell. I'm going to hold it for right now, but because a bunch of other people have taken it, but it's softening up a little bit. I guess maybe you could keep it for a bit. I'm not as high on the buy though as I was when I gave the signal. We got a little down here, a little down here. And the Echo is mixed there. It's green on up to the 2 or 4 hour. So you might want to hedge your bet, and I'd switch it over to a buy. So with that, on the 10-point trade off of the hour chart, I am looking for, I start in this middle section of the chart, and I am looking for situations where the red and green line and the black and gray line, the major indicator and the minor indicator, are below this horizontal red line, which is the oversold line. When the lines are down below the oversold line, that is a good buying opportunity. When the lines are above the blue line, which is the overbought line, that is a selling opportunity. So graphically, it's kind of pretty easy. I am looking for situations where the lines are below, going up, or above and going down. Right now, we're kind of in the middle and going sideways, so we're going to pass. Here on the Euro USD, we don't have agreement. Majors are going up, minors are going sideways. Pound USD, majors going up, minors going sideways, so no agreement. USD Canadian, again in the middle of the channel, minors going down, majors going sideways, minors going up, so not agreement. What I'm trying to do is get 7 of the 10 lines to tell me it's going in one direction. And each of the lines from the different sections are measuring something different. So when I get 7 out of 10 telling me something, there's a high probability that the move is going to go that way. So I'm looking for a setup where it tells me that it's going to go this direction. Once I figure out what direction it's going in, then I'll figure out how many pips it's worth. USD Swiss franc, we are oversold in the middle of the channel. USD yen, oversold. Everybody's going down. And I've got what's called a double cross. That is, the red line is crossed over the green, and the black line is crossed over the gray. So I've got 3 points here. 1, we're oversold. 2, everybody's going down. And 3, I've got the red line on top and the black line on top. I don't really care that the minors have kind of run through the channel. I'm more interested in what the majors are doing, and they're just entering in the channel. What could make this a little bit better? If the green line was a little bit more steep. The green line is just a little bit more than, say, 45 degrees, 45-degree angle going down, or whatever that percentage is, because we're past the 90-degree mark. When I get all 3 points here, I am then going to jump up to my TNTs and count how many lines are supporting what I am seeing here. And basically, the thick orange is going down, so that supports it. Thin orange is going down, but not that great, but it's still going down. The blue lines are inversely related, and what that means is when they're going up, that's telling me sell. So really, all 4 of the lines are telling me sell. I need a minimum of 3 out of the 4. And then I am going to jump down to the pressure. And on the pressure, I am looking for a situation where either the lines are going down or the red line is on top. And I don't have that here. I've got kind of a weak up pressure. What makes it weak is that the lines are separated and they're kind of going sideways. So the slope of the line, the steeper the slope, the stronger the signal, and the closer the lines, the stronger the signal. So this is kind of weak. It looks like it's going to turn over. The lines are converging, but the green line's on top, so nothing really here. And while we've been talking, I told you I wasn't crazy about the slope of this line. Now I like it even less because there's a kink in the line. You can see it right here. We're going from more steep to less steep. More steep to less steep. I want it to go from less steep to more steep is a trade that I like. So at first I kind of saw this, and it was before we came on, and thought this would be a good trade, but now I don't like it. So I've cloned this chart and made another 6, and these are non-US based pairs. So let's see what we've got here. And she's going a little slow. All right, so euro, pound. Now, all of these guys that are in Europe, the likelihood is we're not going to take a trade on them because I'm trading off of a 1 hour chart, and it's the middle of the night. In England, it's I don't know, 5 hours difference, so it's midnight or approaching midnight. In Europe, it's a 6 or 7 hour difference depending on where you are. So there's very low trading activity. I want to be able to get in and get out. And when I'm trading off of a 1 hour chart, I'm expecting to get in and out within 1 to 3 hours. So, but if it's in the middle of the night, it's going to take longer. The longer it takes the trade to execute, the more I'm at risk. So to minimize my risk, I want to be able to get in and out. So I want to know at what times these markets are. So here, just to review the signal, we're just approaching overbought, so nothing there. Australian dollar yen. It is evening or approaching, it's approaching morning in both Australia and Japan. So this would be an okay thing to trade, but I don't have the signal here. I'm overbought and the majors are going sideways while the minors are going down, so nothing. Euro Canadian, more than halfway through the channel. AUD NZD. This would be okay to trade, but again, we're just touching overbought, so nothing ready there yet. A pound yen, overbought. Minors are coming down. Majors are kind of coming down. This slope is less than 45 degrees. Now we are going from less steep to more steep. There's a little kink in the line, but the slope isn't great. I want the slope to be, I prefer the slope to be more. But just for fun, let's go up and take a look. 2 orange lines are telling me sell, so they're supporting what we're seeing here. 2 blue lines are telling me buy. So all 4 are telling me, hey, this is good. This sell is in order here. But then again, when I jump down to the pressure, I've got sideways pressure and mild buy, a very mild buy. You know, the green line is kind of going up. It's almost horizontal, not quite. The red line is going up, and green is on top. So the pressure isn't our friend here yet, and the line, we're kind of losing the double cross here. You know, they're touching, but the red isn't clearly on top yet. So we're going to pass. Euro AUD, middle of the channel, touching halfway. What I don't like about this is that the majors never really get oversold. So we're kind of in the middle here. And the slope isn't that great. So being stuck in the middle, I'm going to pass. So let's go to the next one. Canadian dollar yen, overbought. Minors coming down, majors coming down, but we got that kink in the line. Kink in the line bothers me, but let's keep doing our analysis. Technically, it is going down. Red is on top, black is on top, so 3 points here. 2 orange lines coming down, 2 blue lines going up. So I've got all 4 telling me an agreement. I have got up pressure with the red line on top. So I've got a point here. Red line is on top, and the lines are diverging. They're separating, and the green is kind of starting to roll. It's going from more steep to less steep to less steep. So I've got 8 points here. My only holdup is I got this little kink in the line. Go back to my little trade routine chart. I'm trying to find the setup on the 1 hour chart with the 7 points, with a point from each section. I want 3 points from the majors, 3 or 4 points from the TNT, and 1 from the pressure, which we just found. Now that I see the setup, I want to confirm the setup. So how I confirm the setup is I go to a more full chart. So it's Canadian dollar, JPN. So it is approaching morning time. It's approaching evening here up in Canada, but it's going to be morning time. I want at least one of the pairs in morning time. So we've got that with the yen. So let us open up a multi-time period chart. So this is showing me 6 different time periods: a 2-minute, a 30-minute, a 1 hour, a 2 hour, a 4 hour, and a day. And let's drop in the CAD JPY. And what I'm looking for is on the 2 hour, I want to see that we're overbought. And I want to see that we're overbought on the 4 hour. And we are in both cases. So I don't necessarily need to have the lines pointing down. In this case, on the 2 hour, the minors are pointing down. The majors are just starting to point down. On the 4 hour, again, the minors are pointing down. The majors are sideways. What I want to have happen is if for some reason this change softens, like right now, this kink tells me it's softening a little bit. And then you can see the pull up on this candle. If the trade doesn't go the way I want it to go, when I want it to happen, I'll pick up the trade off of the 2 or the 4 hour chart. So it's kind of my backup. If the trade doesn't go the way I want it, it'll just take longer to close, but I'll still get the trade. So we're overbought here and overbought here. And interestingly, we got red on top on all of these. So I like that. So once I get my confirmation, I need to figure out what the trade is worth. And to figure out what the trade is worth, let's save this. So it comes back. I am going to just take just look at the candles. So let's do that. We will go to CAD, JPY. And I want to know what the trend is, whether I am trading for or against the spread. So let's pull this together. So here we're kind of the last day, or last 2 days maybe, we're trading into an uptrend. And I don't know, if you even go back to the beginning of August, you could theoretically call this an uptrend. We had a big up, a little bit of a down, and now it's going back up again. So it's not a strong uptrend, but it is an uptrend. I want to now drop some support and resistance on here. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. These spots allow me to figure out where my take profit's going to be. I want to, so like right here, it's stopped in here a little bit, stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped in here, over here. So I want to put a couple of these lines on because they're going to act as the constraints as to how many pips I'm going to take. On the euro dollar, these are about 30 pips apart. So you can see we stopped right in here, right over here, right in here, over here, over here. And let's put one more on either side. Oh, maybe right here, stops in here, stops in here. Oops. Put one down here. Then let's pull it back out and take a look so we can see the lines a little better. And I want to know how much room I have. So we're going from 67 to 48. So that's 30. It's about 80 pips. I want to know how much room I have to the lines. Oops. So that's about 30 pips down. And 6 pips up. That doesn't make sense. Let's try it one more time. So that's 30 pips. Come on. And 6, 30 and 6. All right, and we were looking at, let's save this so we don't have to do that again. And we were looking at the sell. $30 pips down and 6 pips up. While we've been talking, this has kind of weakened a lot. Like now it's more sideways. We had a double. No, I guess we didn't have a double cross there. The question is the timing. I still think it's a down move. Let me take a look. I'm just thinking about things here. All right, we're going to take a pending trade. A pending trade. The reason I want to take a pending trade is this. Well, did we already hit 7 o'clock? Wow. I want to take a pending trade. This signal is increased in strength a little bit, but it looks like it's not quite ready. So with that, let's let it move down a little bit. Once it moves down a little bit, and I didn't save that. Oh, shoot. I didn't save what the number was. Let me re-put it in there again. Why didn't it save that? Edit. All right. What I wanted to do is I wanted to get down into where these candles are. And then once it gets down here, it should run. Since we're trading against the trend, we're not going to go for the whole 20 pips that are here. We'll just take 10 out of that. So let us open up our chart. You can do this on your simulator. So what is that? Canadian. I'm going to go to File, New Chart, Canadian yen. I'm just going to scroll down until I find a Canadian Swiss franc. Oops, why don't we see Canadian yen? He's up here. I'm going to put it on 1 hour, so I'm looking at the same thing. Now, Donald pointed out that there's a huge spread here. Don't like a huge spread. Normally, there's a few points, which is the 5th digit. Right now, we are looking at 3.5 pips. So we've got to make 3.5 pips before we make $1. The issue is it worth it to pay 3.5 to make 10? And that's borderline, in my opinion. So what I think we'll do is we'll maybe move it out to 12 pips. We'll try to take 12 pips on this. So I'm going to go to New Order. My lot size is going to be a function of what's in the account, which is $6,900. This is a demo account. So I'm going to put in 0.7. So basically, I'm rounding this up. I'm moving the decimal place over 4 spots to 0.697. So 0.697, I'm going to round up to 7. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or take profit. I'm going to do a market execution sell. Once the sell is recorded, I'm going to, oh, you know what? I made a mistake there. I wanted to take it as a pending trade. Or tell you what, I'm going to also take it as a pending trade. So to take it as a pending trade, I'm going to go to New Order. Since we're here for education, I'm going to go to Pending Order. This is going to be a sell stop. And let us just go back and double check what the number was. So we came in at, so this is at 104.881, 104.881. So I want to sell at 104.881. I'm going to take a 13 pip take profit. So I'm going to go to 104. I take 13 away from 88. That's going to bring it to 75.1. Oops. 0.751. So I am taking 13 away from the 88. That's my 13 pips. So it's going to be the 71. And my stop loss is going to be, we're going to add, if we're going for 13 pips, that'll be 39 pips the other way. So if I add 39 to the 104, so I'm going to go to 104. Actually, it's going to be 105 point. I add 39 to that. 9 add the 1. Be 1. Excuse me. 105. Oops, I'm gonna have to write this down because I'm getting too old to do it in my head. 39. It's 1 7. Carry the 1. 12. So it's going to be 105.271. So here is the first line. So the sell stop is here. So when it gets down to here, it will execute and it'll go for the take profit here. I'm going to use the same take profit that we had, the same take profit and stop loss for this market order. So I'm just going to right click on it, go to modify, and I'm just going to copy the numbers. So the take profit is 104.751 and the stop loss is 105.275. All right, so to read back, I accidentally took a market sell when I wanted to take a pending order, but that market sell has a take profit of 104.751, 104.751, and a stop loss of 105.271. So basically, I used a 3 times stop loss. What I wanted to do was do a pending trade, a sell stop. So once it starts to move down, we'll take the trade. And the entry price on the sell stop is 104.881. So when it hits this price, the sell will engage. It'll take us out at 104.751. Okay. Any questions? All right, we will reconvene. I would expect this, going back to the signal one more time. Did we save this? Let's save this. Well, I still think we can see this in the next 3 hours. I think we can see this in the next 3 hours with what we're seeing here. We will see you again tomorrow morning at 6:30. We are here to help you. If you have questions, see your coach or schedule a time with me. You can schedule a time with me at forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. We are here to help, and we will help, and we will make you great traders. Thanks so much. See you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.